Wake up.
If you're tired of everything, your soul is about to shift timelines. You're tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep can fix. Not the kind of tired that goes away after a vacation or a weekend of doing nothing. Not the kind of tired that responds to coffee or naps or a few early nights. A deeper tired. A bone-tired, soul-tired exhaustion that has settled into your chest like a stone, into your limbs like lead, into your very breath like something heavy that refuses to lift. You wake up tired. You go through the motions tired. You fall into bed tired. And somewhere in the quiet moments, when you're alone, when the distractions fall away, when you can't pretend anymore, you've started to wonder, what's wrong with me? Let me tell you something that might change everything. Nothing is wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not failing at life or spirituality or anything else. That exhaustion you're feeling, that deep, inexplicable, unshakable fatigue that has become your constant companion, is not a symptom of collapse. It is a symptom of preparation. Your soul is getting ready to shift timelines, and your body is the last to know. Your soul has already made the decision. Your soul has already packed its bags. Your soul is already standing at the door of the new timeline, waiting. And your body? Your body is still catching up. Have you noticed that nothing excites you anymore? The hobbies that used to bring you joy feel like chores? The people you used to love spending time with feel draining? The goals you've been chasing for years, the career, the relationship, the achievement, the dream, suddenly seem hollow, meaningless, like props in a play you no longer want to be in. You've wondered if you're depressed. You've been depressed before, and this is different. Depression feels heavy and dark, a weight pressing down. This feels like nothing, like the color has drained out of everything, like you're watching a movie you've already seen and you know how it ends. Your soul is no longer resonating with the old timeline. The things that excited you before were tied to the old version of you, the version that is now dissolving, shedding, becoming something else. You're not losing interest, you're outgrowing. The old timeline cannot hold the frequency of who you're becoming, so nothing in it feels satisfactory anymore. It's like trying to fit into clothes you wore when you were 12. They don't fit. They were never meant to fit forever. This loss of excitement is not emptiness, it's clearing. Your soul is emptying out the old so there is space for the new. The new passions, the new purposes, the new reasons to wake up excited, they're coming, but they cannot arrive until you've released what no longer fits. Don't force yourself to care about things you don't care about anymore. Don't pretend to be interested. Let yourself be bored. Let yourself be empty. In that emptiness, something new will eventually plant itself, but only if you stop watering the old garden. The third sign is the hardest. People are disappearing from your life. Friends you thought would be there forever have gone quiet. Family members don't understand you anymore. Romantic partners have drifted away and you're not even sure when it happened. You're not fighting with them, not exactly. You're just not connecting. The phone doesn't ring. The invitations don't come. You feel like you're standing alone in a room that used to be full. When you shift timelines, you shift frequencies. Your vibration changes, and people who are not vibrating at your new frequency cannot follow you. It's not rejection, it's physics. They are not bad people. They are not abandoning you because you've done something wrong. They simply cannot occupy the same energetic space as who you are becoming. The separation is not personal, it's vibrational. Think of a radio. When you turn the dial from one station to another, the first station doesn't reject you. You're just no longer on its frequency. The people leaving are not losses, they are clearings. Every person who falls away is making space for someone who can meet you at your new frequency. The loneliness you feel is not abandonment. It is the silence before new connections arrive. Release them with love. Don't chase, don't force, don't beg. Let them go. Trust that anyone who is meant to be in your new timeline will find their way back, and anyone who doesn't was never meant to come with you. The fourth sign is the strangest. Time feels different, distorted, slippery, unreliable. Days blur together. You lose track of hours. You look at the clock and can't believe how much time has passed, or how little. You feel like you're moving through fog, like reality itself is becoming unstable, like the ground beneath your feet is shifting. Time is not linear. It never was. Time is a construct of this dimension, a convenience, a way for the physical brain to organize experience. But as you shift between timelines, as your consciousness expands beyond the limitations of this dimension, your experience of time becomes fluid. You're not losing your mind, you're perceiving reality more accurately. Time has always been flexible, you're just finally feeling it. The disorientation is a sign that you are between worlds. The old timeline is dissolving, the new timeline is forming, and in the space between, time does not behave the way you're used to. This is normal, this is expected, this is the portal. Stop trying to control time, stop checking the clock obsessively. Surrender to the flow, let time be what it is. Trust that you will arrive exactly when you're supposed to. The fifth sign is physical. Your body is changing. You have aches and pains that come and go without explanation. One day your back hurts, the next day it's fine. Your skin looks different, maybe clearer, maybe breaking out in ways it never has before. You look in the mirror and don't quite recognize yourself. There's something different in your eyes. You might notice a blemish that wasn't there before, or your skin clearing in a way that feels like a gift. You might feel tingling in your limbs, pressure in your head between your eyebrows, waves of heat or cold that have no apparent cause. Your body is literally adjusting to a new frequency. Every cell in your body is vibrating at a higher rate than it was before, and that adjustment creates physical sensations. The tingling is energy moving through channels that have been blocked. The pressure is your third eye activating. The changes in your appearance are your body reflecting your new vibration. Your body is not separate from your soul. When your soul shifts, your body shifts. The physical changes are proof that something real is happening. You're not imagining this. Your body is catching up to your soul. Drink water, rest, move your body gently. Don't push through pain. Listen to what your body is telling you, and trust that this too shall pass. The discomfort is temporary, the transformation is permanent. The seventh sign is emotional. Old feelings are coming up. Anger you thought you'd released, grief you thought you'd healed, fear you thought you'd conquered, shame you thought you'd buried. They're back and they're intense. You feel like you're going backwards, like all the work you've done has been undone, like you're right back where you started. You're not going backwards, you're going deeper. As you shift timelines, the energy that was trapped in your body, old wounds, unprocessed emotions, ancestral patterns, karmic imprints, rises to the surface to be released. You cannot take that weight into the new timeline. It would slow you down. It would anchor you to the old. So it's coming up now, asking to be felt, asking to be acknowledged, asking to be freed. The resurfacing emotions are not failures, they are opportunities. Every feeling that comes up is something you're ready to finally let go of. Feel it, thank it, release it. Do not push it back down. Let yourself feel. Cry if you need to cry. Scream if you need to scream. Journal, move your body, dance, shake. Do not numb, do not distract, do not reach for the phone or the remote control. The only way out is through, and you are strong enough to go through. The seventh sign is the most profound and the hardest to describe. You just know. You know that something has shifted. You know that you are not who you were. You know that the old life is over. You can't explain it. You can't prove it. You can't point to any external evidence, but you know it in your bones, in your blood, in the center of your chest. This knowing is not intellectual. It is not something you figured out through logic or research. It is direct perception. Your soul knows what your mind cannot yet grasp, and that knowing is the most reliable sign of all. When you really know, you don't need anyone to tell you. You don't need validation. You don't need proof. You just know. This knowing is the anchor of your new timeline. It is the seed of the new reality that is already growing within you. Trust it, even when you can't see the evidence, even when nothing has changed on the outside, even when the world tells you you're imagining things. Trust what you know. Honor your knowing. Speak it out loud. Write it down. Tell someone you trust. The more you acknowledge what you know, the more real it becomes. And the more real it becomes, the faster your external reality will catch up. The collective shift. You are not the only one feeling this. All over the world, people are exhausted. People are confused. People are watching their lives fall apart, their relationships ending, their careers stalling, their beliefs crumbling, and wondering what they did wrong. They're searching for answers, for explanations, for someone to tell them that they're not crazy. This is not a coincidence. This is a collective timeline shift. Humanity is being pulled into a new frequency, a new way of being, a new relationship with reality itself. And the transition is not smooth. It was never going to be smooth. The systems that have governed humanity for millennia are collapsing. Economies that promised security are becoming unpredictable. Governments that promised order are becoming chaotic. Religions that promised answers are becoming irrelevant. Social structures that promised belonging are becoming isolating. All of it is crumbling, not because it failed, but because it has served its purpose. These systems were the scaffolding that allowed humanity to build something, and now the building is complete and the scaffolding must fall away. But when systems die, they take energy with them. That's what you're feeling. That's what everyone is feeling. The death of the old world is exhausting. You are not just carrying your own weight, you are carrying the weight of a species in transition. But here's what you need to remember. Collapse is not the end. It is the beginning. The old must fall away to make space for the new. The seed must break open for the sprout to emerge. The caterpillar must dissolve for the butterfly to be born. And those who can hold the frequency of the new, who can stay awake through the exhaustion, who can trust through the confusion, who can surrender through the fear, who can rest when everything in them wants to fight, they are the ones who will anchor the new world. They are the ones who will be the first to arrive. They are the ones who will show the way. You didn't feel this exhaustion by accident. You are not a victim of the shift, caught in currents you don't understand. You are a participant. You are a pioneer. Your sensitivity to this transition, your ability to feel what others are numbing, to see what others are ignoring, to know what others are denying, is not a weakness. It is your purpose. You are here to feel what others cannot feel, to see what others cannot see, to hold the frequency while the world recalibrates. The exhaustion is your initiation. The confusion is your training. The loneliness is your preparation. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. The art of letting go. You cannot force a timeline shift. You cannot make it happen faster through effort or discipline or sheer force of will. The shift happens when you surrender, when you stop fighting the exhaustion, when you stop trying to hold on to what is leaving, when you stop pretending that nothing is changing, when you let the old die so the new can be born. Surrender is not giving up. Surrender is giving over. It is the recognition that you are not in control, that you never were, and that something larger than your ego is guiding this process. Surrender is trust. Surrender is faith. Surrender is the deepest form of power. The first practice is to stop fighting the exhaustion. When you're tired, rest, not as a reward after you've done enough, not as something you've earned. Rest as a spiritual practice. Your body is recalibrating. It needs stillness. It needs silence. It needs permission to do nothing. Give it that permission, without guilt, without shame, without the voice in your head telling you that you should be doing more. Rest is not laziness. Rest is surrender. Rest is the most radical act of trust you can offer this process. Lie down, close your eyes, breathe. Let your body do what it needs to do. You are not falling behind. You are being carried. The second practice is to release what no longer resonates. Make a list, not in your head, on paper. What drains you? What feels heavy? What do you dread?
What do you avoid? These are the things that cannot come with you into the new timeline. Release them, not with force, not with anger, with gratitude. Thank them for what they taught you. Thank them for how they shaped you. Thank them for the role they played in your becoming. Then let them go. The portal does not carry baggage. You cannot drag your old life into your new one. Set it down. Walk away. Trust that what is leaving was never meant to stay. The third practice is to anchor in the present. The exhaustion lives in the past and in the future. The past is heavy with regret, with grief, with the weight of everything you should have done differently. The future is heavy with anxiety, with uncertainty, with the fear of what's coming. But the present is light. The present is the only place where the shift can happen. Breathe. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the air moving in and out of your lungs. Feel the life that is pulsing through you at this very moment. Come back to now, not tomorrow, not yesterday, now. This is where your soul is. This is where your body is trying to be. Help it. Anchor in the present. The fourth practice is to speak your surrender. Words have power. Words have frequency. Words can shift your energy in ways that thinking never can. Speak this out loud. I surrender to the shift. I release what no longer serves. I trust that what is leaving is making space for what is meant for me. I am tired, but I am not broken. I am becoming. I am becoming. I am becoming. Say it until you feel it. Say it until the words are not just sounds, but vibrations moving through your body. Say it until surrender becomes not something you do, but something you are. The fifth practice is to trust the void. Between the old timeline and the new one, there is a void, a space where nothing makes sense, a space where you feel lost, alone, uncertain, afraid. This void is not punishment. It is not a sign that you've made a mistake. It is the womb of creation. Everything new is born from the void. The universe was born from the void. You were born from the void. Every breakthrough you've ever had came after a period of darkness. Stay there. Trust it. Do not try to fill the void with distractions or old habits or people who don't belong there. Let the void be empty. In that emptiness, something new will grow, something that could not have grown in the old soil. Trust the void. It is not empty. It is full of potential. The crossing. You stand at a threshold now, not a threshold you have to earn, not a door you have to break down, a door that is opening because your soul is ready, because the time has come, because the exhaustion has done its work. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not failing. You are shifting. The exhaustion is not the end of your story. It is the beginning. Your soul is ready to leap. Your body is catching up. And the tiredness is the cocoon. The butterfly does not fight its way out. It rests, it waits, it trusts, and then it emerges. Not stronger than before, not better than before, transformed, different, new. You can keep fighting the exhaustion. You can keep trying to hold on to what is leaving. You can keep pretending that nothing is changing. You can keep running on empty, pushing through, ignoring the signs. Or you can surrender. You can rest. You can release. You can trust. The choice is yours, but the shift is happening either way. The old timeline is closing. The new timeline is opening, and you will be in one of them. The only question is whether you will arrive conscious or unconscious, surrendered or resistant, rested or exhausted. If you feel this shift, if you're tired in a way that sleep cannot fix, if the signs have been appearing, if something in you knows that nothing will ever be the same, comment one word below, shifting, not for me, for you, to declare that you know what's happening, to claim your place in the new timeline, to let the universe know that you are ready. Your voice matters. Your acknowledgement matters. When you speak, you make it real. If this message resonates, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay connected. The shift is happening, and those who are awake are finding each other. Remember, You didn't find this video by accident. The exhaustion led you here. Your soul is ready to shift, and now you know what's happening. Rest, Spark. Rest. The new timeline is coming, and you will arrive exactly when you're supposed to.
Thank you for being here.